Hello, you guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I have a special guest today. This is Lucy. Say hi, Lucy. Yeah, she can't really sit still. Alright, you want to go down? You want to go down? Okay, there you go, girl. Oh my god. So, thank you so much for tuning in. I wanted to make a video today about, I feel like all of my videos, or like half of my videos, are about being clocked. The other half are about men. So this video is about the latter. So somebody asked me in my comment section how you can tell if a guy is clocking you or if a guy is checking you out. Honestly, there really isn't any way that you can honestly and truthfully tell if somebody is interested in you or just clocking you, because I feel like those two things are often so intertwined, and sometimes there's a very, very fine line between someone clocking you and someone just being interested. And it's also important to realize that a lot of guys that are into transgender girls know what the girls bring. So just because somebody clocks you or just because somebody knows your tea, that doesn't automatically mean that they have any ill feelings towards you. A lot of times it's the reason they clocked you is because that's what they're interested in and they just know. But just with clocking in general, I feel like when somebody is giving you the evil eyes and, is about to clock the tea, honestly and truthfully, you can feel it in your gut. There's just something that every trans girl who's gone through this knows. It's almost as though you get this chill or just this feeling in the pit of your stomach where you can feel this other person's eyes on you. Trust me, you will know when someone is clocking you. And I think for this very reason, like early on in my transition, very, very early on, even when I was just gender nonconforming, I really tried to avoid men. Just, that was my general go-to. I tried to avoid men. I tried to curve them. If somebody was trying to talk to me, I always tried to lean in with caution as opposed to jumping into the compliment. You know what I mean? And that was always, hey, Minky. Sorry, these dogs are going crazy underneath me right now. So, yeah, so these dogs are busy doing the most, but I thought this was a perfect opportunity to introduce Lucy's mommy. This is Minky. Minky, Minky, look at the camera. Look at the camera, girl. Say hi. All right, so let me put her down. So early on in my transition, even now still, for the most part, by and large, I try to avoid men because you never know who knows and who doesn't. And you're always put in this interesting position where being clocked can be both a positive and a negative thing. Like, I'm not going to lie, one of the things that I appreciated about not passing was the fact that when a guy approached me, he knew off the bat. He knew off the bat who I was. He knew about my tea. I didn't really have to explain it to him. But the disadvantage when you come on the other side and the hormones start working and all of that shit starts to kick in is that you don't know if he knows. And he might think that you're just a genetic born female and have issue with the fact that you're trans. So it really is a double-edged sword. It honestly and truthfully is a double-edged sword. But when it comes to guys, I definitely do try to avoid them. I definitely try to be a little bit more not reserved, but I don't jump into it the way I feel a lot of people expect me to jump into it. And I think the primary reason is you just have to be careful out here. You honestly have to be careful. There's nothing wrong with wanting to find love and wanting to form a relationship with someone, but you have to be careful and you have to realize that there are evil people out there, and that's not to scare you. Look, if you watch a lot of my videos, I talk about a lot of guys who didn't know that I was trans and who found out later on. And I've been very, very lucky because all of my experiences have been positive. People have responded very, very positively to me. But I still tread with caution. And I think, what I try and do is if I do want to meet someone or if I am interested in talking to a guy, because look, we all get lonely and we all want to be cuddled. And it doesn't matter how hard you hug that pillow. Bitch, it's not going to hug you back. Like, it's not. Like, throwing your pillow up against yourself is not the same as having a guy thrust himself on top of you. It's not the same thing, girl. So we all want those cuddles. We all want those hugs. We all want those midnight kisses. But you just have to be careful. And luckily, we live in a world where it's easy to connect with people. There are literally so many websites where guys who are attracted to transgender girls can meet up with transgender girls. And I know the reason a lot of us don't go into those websites is because we don't want to meet up with tranny chasers. We want to avoid the tranny chasers. So we stay away from those websites because that is where tranny chasers frequent. But guess what? I've been on Tinder, I've been on Interracial Date, I've been on, the normal cisgender dating sites. And I've obviously always put my T in there in the description. Guess what? You still get chasers in those sites. And the chasers that you meet in the normal, straight, heterosexual, cisgender world are far worse than the chasers you would ever meet in the trans world. At least in the trans dating world, you do get a couple of decent guys who genuinely just have love for transgender women. So when it comes to guys, overall, usually this is how you can tell. When someone is giving you the evil eyes and they're clocking you and they have that hate in their eyes, you can feel the contempt. Trust me, you can't mistake it for anything. And when someone's genuinely interested, whether they've clocked you or not, girl, that's besides the point. When they are genuinely interested and really want to get to talk to you, there's just this warmth, like you can't really explain it, but when a guy's flirting with you. But be careful out there. Be careful. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've kept my video under 10 minutes. This is an accomplishment for me. Please press the like button if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have an awesome day. Bye.